This thing is really neat. It has so much memory to it. It has 99 tracks that you can record onto. You have 3 hours of recording time. That's a lot of time. You're not going to use up all that time. And the neat thing is you can record over all 99 of those tracks and then plug it into your computer via USB 2.0 cable, pretty typical cable. And you can dump everything on your computer, onto whatever software you use, or right onto your desktop, and then erase everything and start all over again. So it's endless. The possibilities with this thing is amazing. You can go and go and go and go and go, and you won't use up all your memory. So the thing about this thing is it has so much built in and so many fun toys that it's endless. It has effects built in, it has drum beats built in, it has 2 actual slots on each track. So I can actually record onto each of the 99 tracks. I record 2 different things, and I have buttons and faders to go between them. It can be a little difficult without the external pedal to get between those 2. You have to get down and actually hit the buttons with your finger. But I mean, just to show you some of the things it can do, like the rhythm. So the rhythm, there's 10 beats on here. They range from just simple hi-hat to rock beats to calypso beats. There's some pretty neat stuff. Some of them can be a little hokey, but honestly, the rock beats sound really solid and nice to play along to. It has tap tempo, so I can change my tempo. It has its own volume for the rhythm too. So actually, while I'm recording, I can have separate volume on my guitar and my rhythm track. So if my drum beat's a little too loud or not loud enough, I can do that separately. So I can switch type here. I'll show you. I have an actual drum beat built in. Another cool thing is that you can plug in not only your guitar or bass, if you're running to a bass cab, or any other string instrument that can plug in via quarter-inch cable. You can plug your microphone in too. I haven't done that today, this is a little more set up, but with your microphone you can do vocal looping as well. So you can do really cool beatbox stuff, anything like that. You can add some vocal harmonies of your guitar while you're playing, but you can keep going. So right now, I just have one line going. If I want to, I just tap the pedal again. Tracks over each other. You can keep going and going and going. Every time you hit that pedal again, record again, you can keep recording over it. The possibilities are endless. Now the one thing is, the more you go, the less you can take back away. So if I record 3 tracks over each other, I can only take the last one I did off. How you do that is you hold down that pedal again, and go undo. So now I'm back to where I started with just the 2. I can just sit there and listen to it all day. The fun thing is that once you get that timing down, you have that set structure, and you get the timing down, you get perfect on that one. Now you can practice your soloing all day without having to worry about tiring your band out. You know, you don't have to worry about a drummer who's late to practice anyways. He doesn't have to sit around for 7 hours. Over and over again. If you want to, if you get tired of that one, you stop it and you erase it. You try another one. So let's try another beat out real quick. Sounds good. We'll find out. Sometimes you find out the hard way that your timing wasn't perfect. And that's okay. That's the fun thing about this is you just start over again. In a live setting, it wasn't too bad. In a live setting, it really helps be right on the money every time. But it's something that practice makes perfect. You know, it's hard because luckily I'm a drummer primarily, so I have that rhythm down a little bit. Obviously, I'm showing that I don't have it completely down, but that's okay. It's a learning curve, you know?
Try not to say anything.
Over and over and over again. You can keep going as much as you want, you know, you can get crazy with it, you know? About it is you stop and you're done, right? So I'll show you another thing on here. It also has some effects built in. The effects can be pretty neat, especially after you've gotten everything established. So turn my heat off real quick. Built in. You've got the first one, which was bend down, a little awkward, but it works sometimes. You've got a step phaser, a sweep filter, tempo delay. The last one there was lo-fi. So you can use these sporadically while you're playing and kind of create another little feel without having a separate pedal again. You know, I typically do use more pedals on my pedal board. I'll have some fun things and a whammy pedal and all that, but just the fact that you have all of this built into one pedal for $300, I mean, you're getting so much out of this little thing, you know? I've used this every day for 5 years, and I have zero problems with it. It's just an amazing piece of machinery. The Boss really knocks it out of the park, but they're not the only ones to do it. There are other people that make loopers. Some of the ones that we have available or that we can special order are like Electro Harmonics makes some, like the Nano Looper 360, the 720 stereo looper, and Digitech has a whole Jam Man series of loopers to make a bunch of different cool ones. As well as the Trio Plus. The Trio Plus, I think we have the Trio here. I don't know if we have the Plus. The Trio was it bass and drums, and is it just the two?
It's just bass and drums.
So it gives you bass and drum tracks, so you can separate different tracks. You can do, you know, a rock drum kit with a rock drum beat with a blues bass line. The Trio Plus has both of those plus a looper built in. I don't think it has quite the capabilities of this one, but still, you can loop with basically a trio now. You can have a whole band in your bedroom without ever having to worry about it, you know? Which I do recommend going out and play with other people. It's nice to play with other people. But when you're at home practicing, you don't have to worry about anything. You can get everything done yourself and then go to practice. Or go out and, you know, I play live a lot with this thing, and I'll make it sound like I'm 3 people because I have that capability with this. So, you know, I really don't have too much more to say. I think it speaks for itself. You know, one cool thing about it is it has the mic input. It has a 1/4 inch input, or excuse me, XLR, and then it's 1/8 inch for 1/8 inch. So you can plug in like your laptop or an iPad or your cell phone. You can use media from those devices to loop as well. Another cool thing, it runs off a power supply. Most of them, I think, come with it, but they're not very expensive. But it also runs off AA batteries. You know, you got to be careful using pedals and batteries. You can soak up the battery power pretty quickly. But you know, you have the ability. You can just stick in your backpack with some batteries and go about your day and play along. You know. So, in conclusion, I'm not going to keep this short and sweet. I really think this pedal does all the talking for itself. Give them a try. There's a bunch of different ones out there, and I know you have one. We'll talk about that soon. We'll get you playing that thing. But try them out, and don't be scared to fail with them, because you're gonna have times where you're off, and it'll be frustrating. But the more you do it, the better off you're going to be in the end. And it's just, it's so much fun. Thank you guys. Any questions about it? If I can answer, if not, Dan probably can. Any technical questions?
Now, they do have loopers that are specific for instruments versus specific for vocals as well. We've experimented with some here. They're really kind of fun.
We have one in stock. We got the Jam Man vocal.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's specifically designed for that. Tommy.
If I'm mistaken, the trio pedal, right? When you play the chord, it harmonizes, it reads the chord and it plays the bass line. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we've also got
Baseline.
these strummable drums as well, which you can actually strum a pattern on the guitar and it creates a drum tempo loop for that. And then you can use the dials to add in different parts of the drum kit. So you can actually create a whole drum beat just from strumming the guitar in a certain rhythm, and then it'll create a drum beat around that rhythm for you to play along with.
Oh, and one more thing, I forgot my notes here. Some amplifiers have loopers built into them. It can be a little tricky. Most of them will have, I believe, where you can add a pedal to utilize the looper. Without the pedal, it's extremely difficult because you're pushing the button yourself. So most of the times you'll push the button, it will be green until you start playing, it turns red, you know you're recording. But then you have to let go of the guitar to push it again. So to have a pedal, it's the ultimate way. That's the only way to go.
So I have a ditto looper, right?
Mhm.
Little one, right? But one of the problems I run into is I tend to overlap the looper.
Okay.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right? If I don't hit it right on, then it jumps.
That again is the hardest part. You have to have the timing down. And that's something that really practice makes perfect. That's the only way to get past it because it's set. It's not like, you know, Guitar Hero where if you're off a little bit, it fixes it for you.
I don't see you do it so easily.
I think drumming helps. You know, the fact that I'm used to using all four limbs and hitting things with my feet, you know, definitely helps. But it is something you have to get used to, that stomp, because you can lightly stomp it and think you've gotten it, but you haven't. You know, you really have to feel and hear that click. You know, that's the only way to really get it down. But I mean, a good way to practice that might be to have a metronome on hand, or if it has built-in drums or anything. But you know, a metronome would really help you. That way, you know you're clicking right on time.
You also want to keep playing. You don't want to stop playing when you go to hit the pedal because it could cause a gap in there. You want to keep playing right up until after you hit the pedal.
That's what
You'll notice that's what he was doing.
Yeah. A lot of times, like if I'm looping, I'll do on the one, like I'll just let that last chord ring out as I hit the pedal again. So that way, you know, sometimes when you go to loop it, when you hit the looper again and it's now recorded, if you keep playing, sometimes you might play off of what you just played if you don't have perfect timing, you know. So sometimes just letting that last chord ring a little bit as you loop sometimes helps, you know, prevent that.
Yeah, you just don't want to stop prematurely. If you stop right before you hit the pedal, there could be a little gap.
Yes.
Any other questions? All right, well, thank you guys.
Okay, thank you.